with short hair. Make the hair sexy.
Okay, and do you like it?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
2 out of 2, Colin.
Right.
We're going for the hat trick. Calandria.
Okay, now this haircut obviously is the longest out the bunch. This is for the people who want a new look, but you know, you're a bit shy, you're a bit scared. I would go for this. It's a slight sort of 70s vibe. You know, again, we put some rollers in just to give it a bit of volume, but I think this is a really nice look. If you're a bit frightened to go for a big chop, go for this one.
Okay. It's gorgeous, Colin.
Did you like it, Calandria?
Yeah.
Marvellous. Well done. Have you enjoyed your time?
Yes.
Marvellous. Maybe seeing you again. Okay, that's it for today. Though Rich and Judy are back on Monday with Tubbs for Miami Vice, Daisy Duke and Terry Wogan.
And Zoe Ball's first film with abandoned chimps and 80s fashion. Apparently batwing tops and power dressing her back. We'll see you next week. Have a great weekend. Bye.
Bye.
I want to learn my language.
I want to learn
I want to learn how to cook. This morning, in association with Learn Direct, making life...
She's come a long way since her wannabe pop star days. She reached the dizzy heights of fame and conquered the world with the Spice Girls. Now, as Mel B embarks upon another solo project, GMTV goes behind the scenes of her latest pop video and chats to her about life, love and revenge. Exclusive tomorrow and Wednesday on GMTV.
There's danger on ITV. Friday nights.
It's coming right at us.
All the stars.
I didn't realise it was public knowledge.
All the action.
I'm breathless with anticipation.
Get the weekend off to a flying start. The new ITV movie blockbuster season.
Come and get me.
Beginning with Dangerous Minds. Tonight, 9:30, ITV.
Coming up next, the lunchtime headlines from your local Central News team.
Why wait when you can part exchange in only 7 days and move up to a stunning new Barratt home with beautifully designed interiors, lots of luxury features and superb styling. And if you're a first-time buyer, you could move into a fabulous new Barratt home for just £99 down. For further information, call Barratt on 0345 62 63 64. The lines are open now.
What's equity release, Jack? It seems thousands of people like us are doing it.
Well, it's a way of unlocking the value in your house without moving. Why?
I've noticed the adverts for the GE Life Equity Release Income Plan. Couldn't we get one?
Do we need one?
My dear Jack, it's not about needing, it's about enjoying our retirement.
If you own a house of substantial value, with little or no mortgage outstanding, and you're a couple both over 70 or single and over 65, you could qualify for a GE Life Equity Release Income Plan that turns part of the value of your house into a guaranteed monthly income for the rest of your life.
There'd still be something to leave the grandchildren.
Call 0800 65 70 70 now for a free brochure and video. That's 0800 65 70 70. GE Life Equity Release Income Plan.
Now, about that cruise I showed you.
At Specsavers Opticians, all our spectacle prices include frames and single vision lenses, so the price you see is the price you'll pay. Complete price from Specsavers.
Right, polyfiller.
With this 4 for 99p offer on selected chocolate bars, you may forget what you went in for.
Polyfiller.
Woolworths, well worth it.
Lea Perrins for the ultimate cheese on toast.
HP loves beans on toast.
You don't have to go to the world's fashion capitals for the latest sofa designs. They're all here at DFS, like cool New York style for only $449 with washable covers. Or classic Italian leather at less than £500. Sofas you've never seen before at prices you'll never see again. All with 4 years free credit and nothing to pay for a year. The International Sofa Show ends this Sunday at your DFS store.
Cilla's back.
With another double handful of nail-biting challenges.
But this time there's a new twist.
It's going to be a daddy challenge.
One challenge, two families head-to-head.
Feel quite confident.
The stakes are higher and the prizes
bigger, and they are better.
The pressure's on.
How are you feeling? Very nervous. Tonight, she's on her own.
Cilla's Moment of Truth, a new series, Saturday, 6:55 ITV.
The ITV Lunchtime News follows in 10 minutes after your local Central News.
I'm Joanne Malin. Coming up this Friday lunchtime. An elderly woman has lost both arms in a holiday coach crash. A man is seriously ill. And the world's smallest artificial heart is fitted to a retired Midlands man. Good afternoon. A 72-year-old woman from Derby has had her forearms amputated following a coach crash in America. She was one of a group of British tourists on a 2-week trip to the US.
The injured airlifted to hospital in Las Vegas. They were among the 41 people on board the coach as it toured America's southwest. A 72-year-old woman from Derby was the most critical casualty. Surgeons amputated her 2 forearms. Doctors won't know for another 2 days if surgery to save the left arm of a 46-year-old man from Derbyshire has been successful. The party had 5 days of their 2-week trip to go. Driver error is being considered as a cause.
Apparently, the bus went one way, came back across the other way, overcorrected, and went on its side and slid 200 feet along the highway.
Emergency teams who were first at the scene were shocked by the scale of the accident.
It was one of the worst things I've ever seen because of the quantity of patients. It was very overwhelming.
The Kent-based travel company Archers Direct has asked concerned relatives to call them for information on 0208 313 3016.
A Birmingham man who became the first patient to receive a revolutionary artificial heart has been readmitted to hospital, but is said to be doing fine.
The Jarvik 2000 device was fitted to Peter Horton from Birmingham in June by surgeons at the John Radcliffe Hospital in Oxford after he suffered severe heart failure. The operation to fit the thumb-sized battery-operated heart lasted 14 hours. The device is inserted into the weakened heart to take over its work. The team was led by consultant heart surgeon Steve Westerby, who's pioneered work in this field. The device has already been fitted temporarily in patients awaiting heart transplants, but it's the first time a recipient has been allowed home with this type of artificial heart.
It's the first time that the Jarvik 2000 heart's been implanted on a permanent basis into a human. This is a thumb-sized, miniature, user-friendly, silent pump and a great step forward in artificial heart technology. It's also the first time that a device that doesn't create a pulse has been used long-term.
4 more Jarvik implants are planned before the end of the year. Meanwhile, Peter Horton was readmitted to hospital on Wednesday for checks.
An explosion which left 2 men critically ill was caused by an arson attack. Police have issued a new appeal for witnesses to come forward.
A week after an explosion ripped apart a factory in Burton-on-Trent, the devastation seems even greater. For 7 days, forensic scientists and scenes of crimes officers have combed through the ruins. They've now concluded the blast was caused by an arson attack. 2 petrol cans were found at the scene. Detectives are now seeking a motive.
We're looking at people who were in the area at the time. We're doing enquiries all over Burton, enquiries to see if we can find out if anybody bought small quantities of petrol just before the fire. We are alert to the fact that it may be a racist incident.
The factory owner, Abdul Majid, and his two sons, Ansar and Tariq, were caught by the explosion when they came to open up the factory. Abdul and Ansar remain critically ill in the burns unit at Cilla Hospital in Birmingham. Tariq has been released, but is said to be severely traumatised by his experience.
A mission is underway to rescue a lorry driver stranded by the fuel blockade in France. Chambers and Cook Haulage Company in Birmingham are sending over extra diesel so that he can make his way home. Glenn Ambler became stranded after French drivers, angry at the high price of fuel, blockaded motorways. He says the situation is getting worse.
There's a lot of drivers I spoke to on the way down who have had the fuel robbed, you know, while they've been sleeping at nights. It's just... the fuel is like gold dust at the moment. I'm just parked up outside a factory in a field. I've got no water. I'm down to my last can of baked beans and my last 2 cans of beer.
Music, dance and all kinds of visual arts take to the streets of Birmingham this weekend. It's the annual Arts Fest, the country's biggest free arts festival. Our reporter Mark Goff is in the city centre. Mark.
Yeah, Arts Fest 2000 is just a few hours away now. It all kicks off around about 7 o'clock. There'll be a huge parade, and then 8 o'clock, the first of the bands will go on this huge stage. Tonight is mainly music and comedy. Here's a taster.
When you're gonna take me out of this black hole? Never ever have I ever felt so sad. The way I'm feeling, yeah, you got me feeling really bad.
Yeah, really, really bad indeed. That was the Supergirlies there with their version of All Saints. I've been joined by one of the organisers, Belinda Kidd. Belinda, what are the headlines for this weekend?
Right, well, it starts this evening when at 7 o'clock you can go to the Rec and pay what you like in order to see their wonderful production of Twelfth Night.
So there's no fees, no set fee, you just pay whatever you feel you want to?
Absolutely, as much or as little as you like, and you can get into the Rec and enjoy Shakespeare's Twelfth Night. It's a wonderful production.
What about tomorrow? The prom's tomorrow, isn't it?
That's right, we've got the Proms in the Park coming to Birmingham. We've beamed live from London from the Albert Hall. But all around that we've got our own programme, including the City of Birmingham Symphony Orchestra, we've got Latin jazz from Mambo Taxi, we've got gospel from the Fellowship Choir, and it carries on all evening with Pato Banton.
Something for everyone.
That's right.
Great, yeah. Belinda, thanks very much for joining us. The weather looks like it might be quite good. Might be a spot of rain tomorrow, but it's going to warm up Sunday. No excuse not to come along. Joe.
Thanks, Mark. A school which was branded as failing has reopened with new teachers, smaller classes and tough standards on discipline. Parents and pupils say they're facing the future with renewed optimism.
A new term and a brand new start. Tividale Community Primary School was branded as failing and singled out for special treatment as what's known as a Fresh Start school. That's because 2 years ago it received a damning Ofsted report, and when inspectors made subsequent visits, they decided standards just weren't improving enough. Les Young is one of a new breed of troubleshooting head teachers, one of only 25 in the country. He was brought in to shake things up. More funding means he could recruit 3 extra teachers, bringing the average class size down to 22 rather than 30. The other staff were forced to reapply for their own jobs. 8 of the 13 teachers are new.
Yes, we have this responsibility to raise standards, but we do have a very real responsibility to then maintain and continually improve those standards.
Maintaining standards is what the parents want, but